2 Kings chapter 24. It was during his reign that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, invaded the country. Jehoiakim became his puppet. But after 3 years, he had had enough and revolted. God dispatched a succession of raiding bands against him: Babylonian, Aramean, Moabite and Ammonite. The strategy was to destroy Judah. Through the preaching of his servants and prophets, God had said he would do this, and now he was doing it. None of this was by chance. It was God's judgment as he turned his back on Judah because of the enormity of the sins of Manasseh. Manasseh, the killing king, who made the Jerusalem streets flow with the innocent blood of his victims. God wasn't about to overlook such crimes. The rest of the life and times of Jehoiakim is written in the Chronicles of the kings of Judah. Jehoiakim died and was buried with his ancestors. His son Jehoiachin became the next king. The threat from Egypt was now over. No more invasions by the kings of Egypt, for by this time the king of Babylon had captured all the land between the Brook of Egypt and the Euphrates River, land formerly controlled by the king of Egypt. Jehoiachin was 18 years old when he became king. He ruled in Jerusalem. His rule in Jerusalem lasted only 3 months. His mother's name was Nehushta, daughter of Elnathan. She was from Jerusalem. In God's opinion, he also was an evil king, no different from his father. The next thing to happen was that the officers of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, attacked Jerusalem and put it under siege. While his officers were laying siege to the city, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, paid a personal visit. And Jehoiachin, king of Judah, along with his mother, officers, advisors and government leaders, surrendered. In the 8th year of his reign, Jehoiachin was taken prisoner by the king of Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar emptied the treasuries of both the temple of God and the royal palace, and confiscated all gold furnishings that Solomon, king of Israel, had made for the temple of God. This should have been no surprise. God had said it would happen. And then he emptied Jerusalem of people, all its leaders and soldiers, all its craftsmen and artisans. He took them into exile, something like 10,000 of them. The only ones he left were the very poor. He took Jehoiakim into exile to Babylon. With him, he took the king's mother, his wives, his chief officers, the community leaders, anyone who was anybody. In round numbers, 7,000 soldiers, put another 1,000 or so craftsmen and artisans, all herded off into exile in Babylon. The king of Babylon made Jehoiachin's uncle Mattaniah his puppet king. He changed his name to Zedekiah. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he started out as king. He was king in Jerusalem for 11 years. His mother's name was Hamutal, the daughter of Jeremiah. Her hometown was Libnah. As far as God was concerned, Zedekiah was just one more evil king, a carbon copy of Jehoiakim. The source of all this doom to Jerusalem and Judah was God's anger. God turned his back on them as an act of judgment. And then Zedekiah revolted against the king of Babylon.